I want to take some time today to talk a little bit about bands. I've been getting a lot of questions about the different size bands, and I have some tips on how to use a band so that they're not slipping and sliding all over your legs or turning into a tourniquet or a belt. So your pack came with two different size bands, and you have two sizes. So you have your 9-inch, and then you have your 12-inch. And people, you know, it's funny because in my group I went live to talk about the bands, and some people didn't even realize that there were two different sizes. They thought they just had two sets. So these are your two different sizes. So the reason why there's different sizes is because people have different length legs, people have different thickness of legs, and so there's also different moves that I have found, which I'll share with you, that I feel work better with smaller versus longer in order to get a better workout. So that being said, longer bands, the 12-inch, are going to be better for people who are about 5'8" or taller. Since we do have longer legs, you're going to need longer bands. Like my femur, I think, is 21 inches on its own, and that is a lot longer than people who are shorter. That being said, they're also great if you have thicker thighs, because your thighs are going to take up more space. There's going to be more of a circumference that your thighs are taking up, and so obviously this little thing is not going to work. You're going to need something more substantial.
I need the big bands pretty much the entire time.
Yeah, my husband uses the big bands pretty much the entire time. He has big muscular quads. I switch off, and so that's one thing I want to talk about too. So first, I want to do some tips and tricks to helping the band not roll. So the first thing is wearing leggings. I also found that wearing shorts isn't that bad because it kind of sticks to my skin sometimes, but I find that wearing leggings is much more comfortable. And one thing that really helped my group that I shared with them, let me use the green band, is when you're wearing your bands and you're doing a move, a lot of people tend to put the band all the way up here. Halfway, they do about the halfway mark of their thigh. It would make sense, right? But this is what happens. Let's say you're doing a move like this, and you're going up into a bridge, and then you like that. That's what happens. This is why you're having issues, because you're putting the band in the wrong place. So the best place to put the band is, I would say, about an inch above your knee. And that way, when you go up into a bridge, it stays. Yay! That being said, I don't use the 12-inch bands for bridge moves, those types of moves. I use the 9-inch because I find that the smaller band gives me a better workout and it stays better put for those types of workouts. So it gives me more resistance. Obviously the green is way too easy for me. I've been doing 8 AM session for months now, so I need 2 blues. Yes, I do, and you'll get there too. So that being said, for a move that involves like a leg lift, so something that is, this is one of the moves from phase 1, where you're going like this and up and over. A longer band may work better. I use a longer band for this one, but you know, just know that this 12-inch is going to create more, like less resistance. And if you do that move with a 9-inch, it's going to be like a completely different weight than the 12-inch. So, see, that's going to feel, it's going to have a lot more resistance than the 12-inch. Clams, I use 9-inch. Kickbacks, I use 9-inch. Quad peds, I use 9-inch because it's not going that far. So it depends. Like if I'm doing a RDL, I use a 12-inch because I'm standing up and I'm tall. I'm 5'9". So standing up, I need more space to go from, you know, standing all the way up like that. So it does depend on how tall you are, thickness of your legs. But I will say the best tip I can give you is to definitely put your bands 1 inch above your knee. Also, another tip is that I would order a new set of bands after every phase. Simply, not because like they don't work anymore, because I have like tons of bands that I use. It's because they will stretch, and you want to be able to have the same weight that every phase, and you want to continue to be like feeling challenged. You don't want to be in phase 3 using double blues and thinking you're kicking ass when really your bands are just stretched out. You would get a better workout if your band was brand new every time. You want this? Necklace? It's a headband. Come here. Show them how cute you look with your little headband. Do you like your headband? He doesn't like it very much. You want a headband too? Look, he likes the headbands. He says, thank you. I love headbands. So those are some tips on how to make the bands work better for you. And if you have any questions, post them below, and I'd be happy to make a follow-up video to this. But those are just some basics to understanding the bands. And basically, you know, bands, they just take time to get to know. So give it time. You'll figure out what works best for you, which moves you prefer, which bands, and soon it'll be just like, you know, clockwork. You'll know exactly which band you want for which moves and how much weight you want and whether to challenge yourself or not. So, happy booty building! And if you don't have a coach and you're not in a group and you want to get in on this action, message me and we'll get you started.